Okay, hello. Okay, spending some more time with the timpani. I'll get people up here to play stuff in a second, but just a real quick review. We have 4 drums, usually, or less. What are our sizes from biggest to smallest? 32.
29, 26, 23.
Good. They're in increments of 3 inches. Anyone realize that?
Yes.
Great. And the outer two are opposites of each other. That's one way to remember it. 32, 23.
Oh. Clever. Nice.
You guys are like, wow. You've had thoughts in your head before. Surprising. Good. Okay. In the US, we set up our drums low pitch on the left, high pitch on the right. Yes. In Europe, they mostly do the opposite.
Oh, no.
Not something that's probably going to be super relevant to you, but just so you know, that is a thing. I kind of think it makes more sense to have the low pitch on the left because that's how all of our keyboard percussion instruments are set up and piano is set up. But whatever, it's just difference. Cool. Pedals. What kind of pedals do we have?
Balance activated, right?
Balance
Action.
action.
Damn it, so close.
Yeah,
Now
balance
it's right.
action. Which
Right.
just means that when we move our toe, the pitch is going to theoretically stop where we stop our toe. Okay, so now sometimes what might happen is your pedal is slipping, and there could be a couple possible explanations for that. So in other words, sometimes you might be like, okay, I need to tune this drum up. You tune it to here, and then it slides back down, and you take your foot off a little bit. So that's not good. That means there's something wrong. Usually that means that the drum is out of its correct range, and usually that has to do with the heads being really worn out. But it could also mean you need to tighten something down here. These are actually different than what you're typically going to see, but there's like a lug right here that you can tighten if your pedal is slipping down. That's again the kind of thing you might want to ask like a actual percussionist to do if you have access to one. Or if not, you can always check some YouTube vids. They have that these days, although I don't know what the timpani repair situation is on YouTube. Yeah. And you can always email me. Okay. Tuning. Let's work on some tuning. How many people do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, 2.5 people to a drum. Decide who wants to get chopped in half. Yeah, let's do it. Let's have 4 people up then. Self delegate.
I'll do it. I want the big one.
It's okay, I probably won't do it right, so it's just hard.
I want this one.
Oh, I left my tuning forks here. Sounds about right. Okay, so don't move the drums. Something I should talk about because I just saw it done incorrectly. Okay, timpani, we do not pull up on the rims. Okay, you should never pull up on the rim of a timpani. Don't touch it, don't even think about it.
I was just going to do it there.
Okay, so on timpani we have something called struts, which would be these big black bars, or they could be a different color, but on these yellow timpani they're black, that run from the bottom all the way to the top. This is where you want to lift the drum, okay? And you want to lift it while you move it because you don't really want to drag the pedal on the ground. Okay, so moving timpani is very awkward, especially if you have something right behind you. But you have to do this weird little sort of shuffle. Do this, and students complain about it, but it's fine. It's not that hard. The brakes are on this drum also. And the reason you do that is because the rim controls the pitch, the tightness of the rim. Anytime we're grabbing the rim, we're messing with that, and we're making it uneven, and the pitch is getting worse. So part of the problem with our drums not being great is also, I think, that people here grab the rims a lot, but no longer. I'll put an end to that. Okay.
I will end you.
I will end that. Okay, let's get one mallet per person. Yeah. Elizabeth, you tune an F sharp.
Got it.
Ella, you tune an A. Tanner, you tune a C sharp. Alexis, you tune a F sharp an octave higher. Go, figure something out.
We need a reference pitch.
You need a reference pitch.
Do you have a?
Right, tuning forks. There's a piano here. There's mallet percussion instruments.
Cool.
You
I'm
could
gonna
enlist the
go
help of a friend.
C sharp.
Tara, do
We're
something?
doing F sharp, A, C, right? Is that major chord?
Tara's eating a Pop Tart, so she can't help.
No, I'm so helpful. I'm so ready. There is no.
Marco could toot some beats on his horn.
What pop tart are we talking about?
I guess not. You like to sing it?
Excuse me, Alexis.
Mine's tuned.
Elizabeth.
Huh? You got it.
I'm Elizabeth. I take percussion lessons. I'm tutored by
No, I honestly, it was just really random that I did not go over the pitch on the first try because I thought I was gonna have to start over a couple times.
Maybe. Can't hear. There's a lot of.
Why can't you hear Tanner? Put your head closer to the drum.
It's not that I can't hear. It's that there's multiple pitches and I
Put your
can't
head
tell.
put your head an inch away from the drum and you'll hear only the drum. I'm not kidding. Closer. Closer. Closer.
This is why I sit. Okay, how are we feeling? Okay, is that piano turned on?
Yeah.
Tara, would you mind being on piano? Okay, so right off the bat, I saw some bad things. No, we're here to learn. Okay, so the first bad thing I saw is that everyone except for star pupil Elizabeth, who is in percussion lessons, played like basically in the center of the drum. Why do we not play in the center of the drum?
Dead spot because there's a hole in the bottom.
Yeah, one, it sounds like garbage, and two, the pitch is way less clear. So you're not going to get the clear pitch if you play in the center of that. So it's harder to hear the pitch. So we want to play how close to the rim?
Like an inch or two away.
Like a couple inches away, 2 to 3 inches. Some people say 3 to 4. I think 2 to 3 is
I
better.
still think I fundamentally
People
have
tend to like
inches.
too close to the middle regardless. So I just made that number
It's not
smaller.
that much.
Reverse psychology. Oh. Try. Okay, let's hear an F sharp. Here you go, an octave down. So, what do we think? Pretty darn good, right? Okay, if your 7th grader does that, we're happy. Okay, what's your pitch, Ella? A. Let's hear an A. Hit a little harder. What do we think? It's very close. Again, if our 7th grader does that, we're happy. I think it's a 10 for sure. C sharp.
It's a smidge flat.
No, I think that's almost a D.
Yeah.
Play a D,
Sure.
Tara.
Yeah.
It's closer to a C sharp than a D, but it is
Yeah.
definitely sharp. So what do we do?
Start over.
If we're sharp, we have to start over. Okay, we can't adjust the pitch a little bit. Just go all the way back to the bottom. Okay, look at the drum that you're playing so you really see everything. Okay, so we hit once and we tune up. Pretty good, right?
There we go.
Great. And then let's hear it. F sharp. It's a smidge flat. Just a smidge. Yeah, so that's now sharp, but that illustrates a good good point, which is that when I say smidge, you have to like move it in a way that you almost don't feel anything moving. People very typically move the pedal too much when they're trying to adjust. Small intonation issues. Part of that is, especially with kids, is like a motor skills issue, right? They don't necessarily have the like ability to be as specific and gentle or whatever with their movements as hopefully we do. But it's hard. Also, because you have to apply a decent amount of pressure to move the pedal, but you have to do it like very carefully. So if we're sharp now, what do we do?
I'll whip it down. Sorry, the pedal got stuck and it moved.
Yeah.
You okay? So
Good. Super sharp again. Oh, it's very close.
It's literally lower than it was before.
Yeah. Okay, so let's hear Elizabeth and Alexis at the same time. I feel like that octave's pretty good. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. And now let's hear all pitches at the same time. 1, 2, ready, go. Cool. Did we get the F sharp minor chord? Let's hear it without the A. 1, 2, ready, go. That's like a pretty good octave with this situation.
you don't like it here as Elizabeth.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, cool. Let's rotate.
Oh.
Let's rotate.
Yeah, that was
Izzy,
good.
Marco, Grady,
What?
Maddie.
Good, Tara.
Sorry.
Thanks though. I appreciate that.
Maybe it's this baby.
Oh, did I leave it?
That's worse. Don't say that.
I did too.
Never leave a timpani tuned. I'll kill you.
Okay, that's actually a myth.
What?
Yeah.
Everybody always told me
I
that.
know. It's like a band directors who went to school in the 2000s or the 90s or the 80s.
Everything I know is a lie. Just kidding. Leave it tuned, I guess.
Yeah, so there's this thing about like always drop the pedals when you're done. I don't know any professional business who does that. If anything, it's better to leave them in the middle of the range. It's a problem to leave them in the high end of the range because it's stretching the heads out more, but like you don't have to turn them all the way down. If anything, I think it's better to leave it in the middle of the range.
That feels a little bit like if you were to untune a string instrument every time you played it. Like that stresses me out.
Yeah. Sorry.
Because then that actually stretches the strings. So.
I've been trying to tell band directors for the last decade that they don't need to do this. But
It's funny because that's the first thing that I did when I got up here. Was drop the pedal.
yeah. Okay. Marco, let's have a G. Izzy, let's do a B flat. Maddie, a D. And F. Go. Or you can get it from somewhere else. There's a marimba. You're afraid of it. Okay, the other reason I'm making you do it is Okay, let's hear G from Tara. Marco. Pretty good. D flat. Good. D.
Yeah.
Let's slide up to.
You got it. Hit it.
Good. All right, let's hear it again. That's pretty good. It's pretty close. And then let's hear the
That was an F that you want me to
F. Yeah. No, I said F.
You said F.
Yeah. Good. Okay, so let's hear the G to the F now. Marco, go ahead. Does that sound like a minor seven? You hear G to F. Yeah.
Spicy.
Good. All right, let's hear the G minor chord. 1, 2, just the triad. 1, 2, ready, go. You're not part of the triad. So 1, 2, ready, go. Pretty good. And 7. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, cool. Who wants to go again? Tanner, Eli, Izzy,
I was gonna say, I should probably
Maddie.
do this at least
Oh,
once.
Tara hasn't done it yet.
Maddie, go
Eli.
to the drum.
I'm behind you.
Am I not gonna do this?
Oh, thanks.
Oh, sorry, I forgot that you hadn't done
I
it yet.
haven't
Tara.
yet, no.
Someone else get out of here. If you've done it, let's very good. Okay.
I mean, like, I'm not opposed to that, but-
Let's give Izzy an E. Let's give Tanner
I'm so sorry.
an A. Let's give Tara a D sharp. And let's give Eli a G sharp.
Hey, Lex, don't play
I don't remember what I said, so.
Excuse me.
Superstar.
do this from here.
I positioned my fingers before.
So I'm gonna go ahead and lock the wheels on this.
Oh, thanks.
So it is hard to tune timpani if the wheels aren't locked because they tend to move. Right? Obviously, we kind of spread out the drums in a weird way right now.
What?
Yes, that is true. We'll talk about that.
Oh, it's because it makes it resonate if you sing the same pitch as the drum. So if you sing it into it and sing it back, it's probably into it.
She's like, I thought
yeah,
you were
yeah.
still singing back, and then it did.
Yeah, it'll actually just reflect the sound because it's the same resonating frequency. Science.
Okay, we're doing okay at this. Not great, but reminder: what we want to
Yeah,
do.
we'll hate you.
What we want to do, Elizabeth, is not hit the drum like 12 times, but hopefully only hit it a couple of times. Ideally, once or twice. Hit the drum, listen, tune up, stop, check it again. Hopefully, we're right. Okay. It's better to do that than hitting a bunch of moving the pedal around. Oh, yeah. Okay. If we have a clear idea what the pitch sounds like in our head, we should be able to hit, tune the pedal up, stop, and be done. We might be wrong, and that's okay. It's not that big of a deal to restart. Half the time I'm tuning, I restart like 3 times on a drum. It's just I overshoot it. I'm also doing it very quickly. You know, I'm not like. I'm just like, oh, it's wrong. No, it's right. You know, that sort of quick. Okay, E. Wow. Is it hard to hear? Yeah. It's hard to hear that low. It is for me. Maybe you all are low pitch experts. I think it's hard to hear. I also think it's hard for people on the podium to hear too, for better or for worse. So you tend to be able to get away with intonation problems, especially especially in lower pitches. What note did I give you? Hey. Pretty close. What do we think?
Just touch flat.
Renee?
Can't do this.
Yeah.
It's baby tap it. Baby tap.
Again, this is another reason I like to sit while I play timpani. Yeah. Let's hear an E and an A. 1, 2, ready, go. Can you guys play at the same time? 1, 2, ready, go. Does it sound like a...
I don't know, it's really muffled.
Okay, I'm not sure if it's perfect, but let's keep moving on. What do you have, D sharp?
D sharp. That was aggressive. I'm so sorry. A little flat yet?
It's a little flat, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you're actually too close to the rim now, Tara, so a little further.
Further.
We're getting there. D sharp again. Hit it a little louder. Went too far.
All right. Start over.
Yes. Okay, and the technique was really good. It was like you hit it, you slid up, you listen, slow down, you start to get closer, and then you check one more time. It was good.
Cool.
All right, just do it like that.
Cool.
Eli, let's hear the G sharp. G sharp. That's actually pretty good. Okay, that drum. The outer drums are hard to tune. Okay, the low drum, the 32, it depends on the range. Like E is a hard note to tune. I saved the weird stuff for this last round. The E is a hard note to tune because it's really low in the pitch of the drum, or in the range of the drum, sorry, and it's just a low pitch in general. So it's already hard to tune that low unless you're like a tubist, right? And you're really used to doing that, or maybe trombone player. But it's also less clear, the pitch itself, just on the drum, because it's low in the range. Once you start to get to the really high end of that drum, it starts to get hard to tune it as well. It tends to, I swear, you tune it and you think it's in tune and then it's flat, and you're like, I swear it's not flat, and then all of a sudden it's really sharp. It gets confusing. Let's hear the G sharp again. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I think it's flat.
That's it, 20
You gotta just give her a love tap.
That change anything?
Nope.
Just do a tenor tab.
Okay, you can't literally just like put your foot on the top and.
I'm pressing it. Don't go nowhere.
It's a tenor tab.
It works.
Okay, so right now, because we're in the upper range of the drum, it's actually much harder to push the pedal. That's another thing you'll notice as you get closer to the top, it's harder to push it. Eventually it's gonna stop. So I actually had to like, now I'm sharp, right? Yeah. Hit it with a drum mouth. What's interesting, go stand over there. Not because you did anything wrong, I just want you to hear the difference.
Going with you.
Get away, lad. I don't know about the Scottish accent. Does the pitch sound different from here to there?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit. So that's another tricky thing, is sometimes you have these situations where it sounds good above the drums, but the director's like, well, it's flat. And you're like, I swear to God, it's right here. Yes, sometimes that happens. It's time to blame it on the drum heads, that's right. Okay, we're out of time. I'm sorry, you can always tell me if I'm going over. But
Do you want them tuned down or are they okay?
tune them to the middle of their range.
So,
Just middle broadly speaking, it doesn't need to be exact.
Sure.
Can you help cover the drums, please?
Yay.
If you have time. If you don't, that's fine.